Hello, what is up, friends? Welcome back. My name is Kay, and today we are going to be talking about episode 11 of Survivor 43. There is a lot to talk about in this episode and a lot of predictions to make as we near the end of the season. I'm super excited to get into it, but first, if you have not already, consider hitting the subscribe button below just so you can stay updated as we wrap off this season of Survivor. Now, let us begin. So this episode opens up with Sami feeling pretty crappy after being left out of the last vote. Pretty much everybody in his group thought that he would vote Noelle out as planned, but in reality he voted out Karla. Sami tries to lie about his vote at first, which I actually thought was hilarious because it was just so obviously him. Like, there's no way in a million years a lie about a vote would work in a group this small. Of course, Sami is smart enough to realize this, so he does eventually tell the truth and awkwardly fesses up, but by then it's probably already too late. We see Sami try to patch things up with Karla, which was a great effort, but who knows how believable it really is. Later on in the day, the players get a note saying that there is an advantage out in the jungle somewhere and they just must go search for it. The search was pretty chaotic, and it was also pretty frustrating to watch because so many times we see people just walking straight past the advantage and not even seeing it. It just blended in with the trees. I'm over here like screaming at my TV, somebody please find it, until Cody eventually spots it hiding in the tree. Go off, Cody. Can I just say, Cody has by far exceeded my expectations this season in almost every single thing he does. Now, in order to officially win safety this week, Cody must correctly predict who is going to win this next upcoming immunity challenge. We see Cody place his bets on Owen and the challenge kicks off. This immunity challenge ends up being the one where the players have to outlast their competition by holding their breath under the ocean for as long as they can. This competition is always just so intense to watch, and I just know that it must be 1000% harder than it looks. And y'all, this comp ends up going for almost 3 hours. It goes on so long that the producers just say screw it, and they decide to let both Karla and Owen win individual immunity. Now, this ruling is really gonna change the way the votes shake out this week, because now there are only 4 people that are even eligible to be voted out. Even though there are 4 that are eligible, it does seem like the main targets are on Sami and Cassidy. Karla actually wants to vote out Cassidy, even though those two have been tight the whole game. Reason being is that Cassidy knows about Karla's idol, which is enough to make Karla feel that uncomfortable. And even though that's technically true, I still feel like it would be a smarter option for Karla to target someone else here, and I'm really wondering why Gabler isn't more of an option. Jesse has other plans in mind though. He would actually prefer it if Sami left. He says that Sami is much better at fire making and he's just a bigger threat in the game overall, which I do agree with, and I do kind of see Jesse's point here. However, Jesse does want to be extra messy and not let Karla in on the plan just so he can throw her under the bus a little bit, which I appreciate. I love the drama, so I don't mind it at all. But then again, on the other hand, Cody would rather target Cassidy here because he says that she is better at the actual competitions. Now, this is going to bring just a little bit of tension, as it's really the first time that Jesse and Cody aren't exactly on the same page in the game. But as I've said since the beginning, whatever Jesse wants, Jesse gets. So I have a pretty good idea of where this vote is going to lie this week. So with all of this uneasiness up in the air, it is now time for the group to head to Tribal Council. At first, Tribal is pretty typical, filled with all the usual metaphors, nothing too big to note. Things do start to get a little bit tense though when Sami announces in front of everyone that he will be playing his shot in the dark advantage tonight. Now, this announcement seemed to have everyone shook for whatever reason, but I thought that Sami's decision was the smart and obvious choice to make. I don't know why everybody looks so confused. For one, it's the last chance to even play the shot in the dark, so you might as well use it. I mean, why not? And for two, it's at least a good opportunity to scare people and maybe, just maybe, change somebody's mind at the last minute. Sami does end up trying his shot in the dark, but of course it doesn't work. When the votes are read, it is revealed that Sami is the one who is voted out. Honestly, I really hated to see Sami go. I thought he was such an innovative player and I just loved watching the way he maneuvered throughout the game. But alas, that is the game, so long Sami. So now that we only have 6 players left standing, here's pretty much how I'm feeling about everybody overall. First, I think that Jessie has done everything perfectly and has played a damn near flawless game. But I feel like the others might see that as well, and I feel like the edit may be a little bit too obvious for him to be a winner. I also kind of get the feeling that maybe they're foreshadowing Gabler being the cause of Jessie's downfall, but I guess we will see soon enough. Owen is someone who I can easily see in the finals at Final Tribal Council. He's been a pretty big underdog this whole game, so it's hard for me to picture him as a winner, but I also feel like he's been way over edited this season compared to the impact that he's actually made with his gameplay. So when you factor that in, I actually do think Owen has a very decent shot at winning this entire season. Gabler isn't my favorite player of the season, but I can easily see him being at the Final Tribal Council, especially since they aired a small clip of him saying that he would be at the finals with Owen a few episodes back. I know that doesn't guarantee that it will be true, but that is something that I noted. I absolutely adore Karla and I could see us hanging out in real life, but as much as I love her as a player, I don't know if I can see her winning this season, unfortunately. It just seems like her gameplay and her edits have been fanning out a little bit over the past few episodes. Cassidy has shocked me this whole season. Like, I'm honestly so shook that she's still in the game. It's hard for me to picture her winning just because of the position that she's been at the whole game, but still, I have really enjoyed seeing her fight it out and survive this long. And finally, Cody, who has totally been a breath of fresh air to watch this season and is probably my number 2 winner pick right after Owen. From the beginning, I was really drawn to his charismatic character combined with his really surprisingly good sense of strategy. Overall, I wouldn't mind seeing Cody as our winner one bit. So of course, I'm interested to know, what did you all think of this episode, and more importantly, who can you see being in the Final Tribal Council and winning this whole season? I think we have some very strong and strategic players in this final 6, and I'm super duper excited to see who will take it all home. There are only 2 more episodes left this season, so it won't be too long before the winner is revealed. Until then, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.